Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Happy end of the week. And oh my God, happy end of the month. I can't believe July is over. And so in August in Las Vegas, it is the most oppressive month of the year, at least for me. And I start thinking about fall and cold weather and fall leaves. So I made these little beads to celebrate the coming of fall. Can't get here soon enough. So this one here on the left, I went ahead and I etched it. It's on a base of burnt sienna. We've got orange leaves and red leaves and green leaves and yellow leaves. I'm going to show you again how to make that paddle stringer for leaves and vines and canes. We're going to go over that. And then this one here is on a dark brown base that I haven't etched yet, and I haven't decided yet which one I like better. They're both pretty cool. So let's get started. Okay, to start our bead, I'm going to use this Creation is Messy mahogany color. It's sim mahogany, and I really like it because it's not too red and it's not too dark. At least not this way. I've never used this rod before, so we'll see. But I like it. It's a nice muted mahogany color that I think will make a really great base bead. I am also going to switch up the design a bit, and I'm going to put in this twisted cane as kind of some branches. I have used, I think this is burnt umber and dark brown, and I had like a reddish brown and a dark brown. So I'm going to throw in some branches and some twigs. I made a twisty and it's really skinny. I wanted a really small twisty for this particular design. And then lastly, I've made some canes here of orange and sage green and buttercup yellow. And I've gone ahead, I made a paddle first, and then I've added some stripies, which you can't really see, but I think I did this on the vine and leaf videos, so you guys can see how I did it. Oh, you can see a little bit of stripey in there and the brown stripey in the leaf cane. So I did add like some veins and some striations and stripes. I'm going to show you how to do that again. We're going to do a red cane like this. So let's go ahead. I think that's everything. Let's get started. So here we go with our paddle cane that I just wanted to review with you guys for how to make this. I think this is a medium red from Etched, and I am just going to heat up a little blob and then smash it with my little mashers to make a paddle. And heat her up, heat her up. I just usually fold like the end on top of itself. That gives me like the quickest way to make a bead. Okay, that looks good. That's a little paddle. So let's insert it into my little mashers and just give it a little gentle mash. Well, that looks good. It's a little bit lopsided, but that's okay, because you know, nature's lopsided sometimes. Kind of straighten it out a bit so that it'll pull good. And then what I've got is I've got some leaf cane that I made, some straight ribbon cane, and I thought, oh, I might as well just use this. So don't go out of your way to make special vein cane. You know, I do like to use hand pulled for the veins instead of the commercial stuff, because I don't want to cover up that red. I just want to embellish it and kind of let it bleed through the other colors. Now I also got a little petal cane here that's in orange, so I'm going to put it on each side of the yellow, and I think those will be pretty veins in the red leaf with the orange and the yellow veins. So that's all it is, you guys. Again, I am having issues with focusing. Always the focusing. One of these days I'll figure out how to use my camera. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull it. Oh, I wish I could get this focused. Okay, I think I got it focused. Anyways, there you go. You can see the red, you can see the orange, you can see the yellow. Let me go ahead and pull this puppy out for you guys. I'm gonna heat it up. And I do kind of like to smush like the very tippy tip, just to give me kind of a little grabbing area for my tweezers. Maybe I might even smush it a little flat here. There we go. A little place to grab. And then I'm just going to heat it up kind of towards the base. And I'm going to grab that little handle and pull it straight. Okay? Don't twist it, because we don't want a twisted cane. We want a straight cane. And that's probably enough for our project today. And you can see that it's nice and straight, and when it cools off, you'll be able to see those little ribs, those little veins. Oh, I dropped it, and I don't want to pick it up because it's hot. Okay, let me go ahead and let this cool. I'll make my base, and we'll get started. Okay, so here we go. I went ahead and made my oval bead out of that mahogany using this CG bead roller, oval bead roller. I love it. This is my favorite new shape. So I went ahead and used that and just got the base bead going. So let's go ahead and put our branch. I'm going to put our branch right at the top. Kind of here. And as I'm laying down this twisted cane, I am twisting it to the right so I don't lose any of those twisties. I don't want to unwind my cane. And I found that if I twist the cane while I'm laying it down, your twisty lines stay nice and tight. Let's see, let's make some twigs kind of coming off of here like that. Little teeny tiny stuff. I just got this idea like this morning that if I'm going to do leaves falling from a tree, I kind of need a tree. So this is new. Hope it comes out. Actually, I'm not worried because there's no such thing to me as an ugly bead. There's abstract beads, but they're not ugly. All right, let me get out my press and kind of press down on these branches a bit. And some of them separated, but that's okay because sometimes twigs fall off of a tree, right? Here we go, just pressing down that stringer to make sure that it's nice and attached. I haven't decided yet. I think I am going to etch this bead, but depending on how the twigs come out, I might mask the twigs and then just etch the base and the leaves themselves. Okay, that kind of looks like a branch coming off of the tree. Let's go ahead and put down our leaves. Now, for the leaves, I want to make sure that I keep my stringer flat so that the lines show up. You don't want to turn it to the skinny side because then you won't see any of the leaves. So I am going to just heat up a little gather. And this is the regular brush stroke, you guys. Okay, the one we always use. Press down, pull, press down, drag, pull up. I got to remember the mantra. Now, I put down that first one, that first little leaf right there, and then we're just going to add to that. And once again, I can't seem to focus to save my life. Oh, I hope you guys can see that. Okay, I'll work on it. So let's get the second one down. The second two drags are right next to the first one, just like that, and drag this way, keeping that stringer flat. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I swear I do not know what to do with my camera. I think my camera updated like last week, and when they update stuff, they break other things. That should be better. I figured it out. You have to turn off the camera before you can focus anything. All right, back to my leaf. Let's see, I got one here, one on this side, and then I'm gonna put another drag right underneath those two. So there's like 4 little leafies sticking out. 4 little bumps of leaves, one down the center and then 2 on each side. So I start with yellow, and then I move on to say orange, And I'll put the orange. You know, you're just kind of spacing everything around. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I'll go ahead and put the big leaves in first, and then I'll come back and I'll put little tiny leaves, like just instead of the 2, 4, 5 leaves, we'll do just 3 leaves. So there's orange. I'm going to put it in my rack, and I'm going to put it like in kind of an order so I know what I grab. Now I've got my red. Let's put one here like that. Down this way, down this way, and then 2 more underneath it, and it looks like it's gonna hook right up to my branch, which was kind of a happy accident. That's good. Now right at that tippy tip, go ahead and press that down so that your leaves are nice and attached. There we go, red. Okay, now we got green. Let's go ahead and put a green one right here, right in between all of those branches. It's coming off. Press down, drag, pull up, and making sure you're using the flat part of your cane, because you want to see all those veins that you worked so hard to put on your ribbon cane. I always get reminded when I do this of like the oil painters and how they mix their paints so that they get all those stripes and stuff. I don't know what they're called, striations. All right, I'm back to my yellow. Just putting leaves down. I'm looking for flat spots, trying not to cover up any of the other ones, but I guess you could. I mean, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this. All right, let's put down another orange. If I can get like 2 leaves of each color, I think that looks the best. I really do like to fill in when I'm doing these kind of beads. I like to fill in big blank spots like this. I like to fill those in with lots of leaves. All right, now I got my red. And I'll tell you guys right now, the reds and the orange, they're kind of hard because everything looks black on this bead. But if you light up your glass as you go, you can tell where things are. And that's really helpful. Okay, I'm going to put in one more green leaf right here between the red and the yellow one. Right here. Just like this. And that's kind of all there is to it, you guys. I guess I'm going to go in and see if I can fill in some spots. Let me press that down. I got a little blob. That's a little blob there. Press in all the blobs so they don't fall off. All right, I think actually that looks good. I'm going to leave it the way it is because I got some big leaves on here and they look like they're filling up a lot of the spots. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in the kiln and let it anneal. And then I'm going to pull it out and we're going to go through the etching process with this bead. I want to see what it looks like first before I decide to mask anything. So yeah, I will be back in a few hours, maybe this afternoon, and I'll show you how we're going to etch this bead and what the final bead looks like, okay? Hang tight. Okay, so here it is, you guys. Here is my finished bead. Boy, that mauve kind of darkened up a bit, but I love the color. That is really pretty. So we'll be ordering more mahogany from Creation is Messy. That's what the glass is. And I've decided I'm just going to etch this whole thing. I'm not going to mask off the branches. I think I need to work on the branches because you can see how those colors, they kind of blended in a bit, so you can't really tell that it's a branch, but that's okay. This is still a really cool bead. Okay, I've got my rubber glove on one hand. I've got my Etch-all. This is the etching solution that I use. It's the liquid Etch-all, not the cream. And if you guys need to, go ahead and review the etching tutorial that I did a while back, just to get, you know, your etching feet back under you. So here we go. This is already cleaned out, by the way. I went ahead, removed it from the mandrel, and then used my Dremel to clean out the bead release. So in it goes, and I'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. Alrighty, it's been about, I don't know, 12 minutes or so, and I am ready to neutralize my bead with, this is just baking soda and water, and I'm going to give it a stir because it looks like all the baking soda went to the bottom. And then, for dramatic effect, I'm going to find my bead in here somewhere. Oh, this is always the hard part. Screw it. I got gloves on. There it is. Okay, in it goes. Woo! Chemical reaction. Yay! Let me stick my hands in there too. Ooh, big chemical reaction. All right, I'm just going to stir it around and kind of let it sit for a few minutes. And then I'm going to go clean it with my toothbrush and toothpaste and dry it off. And I will show you guys what the final bead looks like when I get back. Okay, you guys, there it is. This is our final bead with that matte finish. I went ahead and I cleaned it off with some toothpaste and a really good scrub with a toothbrush. And yeah, this is a really cool bead for fall. I'm going to keep it. Anyways, I hope you like this tutorial. Sometimes it's fun to not make anything with googly eyes on it. So have a great weekend, everybody. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I've been averaging about 3 videos a week. So come and join me. It'll be fun. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.